Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my YouTube channel. And I will begin by saying, before I get into the actual article here, I will say that I am quite sorry for not posting on Friday. As you may have noticed, I was announcing that I was having a bit of a sore throat, I think on Thursday, and it was mostly gone by Friday, and then it was completely gone on Saturday. And you may notice me sniffle a little bit, but I was not feeling super great, and I couldn't talk very much on Friday at all. I could barely talk on Thursday without either having to spit or not to be able to talk at all. So it would completely impede my actual ability to do my work. And so I decided to take that day off so I can feel better and probably get back to my actual job as usual. So that way I can give you guys content that you guys really are looking for and want. So that's the case. So as you can see, I'm still a little bit under the weather, but I'm doing much better this time. So there will be a full week of actual videos today. So I just wanted to let you guys know about that. Just the reason why I was not posting on Friday. So there's that. And without further ado, guys, we'll get directly into this article. Now, there has been a huge problem with Twitter recently, and they are being caught. They may be facing billions because they have some issues with child grabbers. And it seems to be that they're not really doing their job of protecting kids. Of course, we probably all knew about that, considering they have banned the word pedophile and other words that are pertaining to pedophiles, going after children, and them protecting these type of people from, not getting banned. So we kind of already knew that. It's just now finally coming to the surface, and I think they may be at a huge problem here, and we're going to go directly over that, who's being involved, and say how bad it really is. Alright, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get right into it. Twitter could be facing billions in fines over not protecting minors from ex-porn XTC officials. Oh my, that's not good. Well, it goes on to say Twitter has reportedly failed to adequately police underage pornography across its social network, a mess posing the federal investigation that could cost the company billions of dollars in fines, the Post has learned. The embattled social media site, which is in the middle of a court battle with Elon Musk to enforce an agreement to sell him the company for $44 billion, may have broken a so-called consent decree with the Federal Trade Commission when the company reportedly found in a journal study this year that it doesn't adequately stop underage users from viewing and uploading porn. Two former FTC officials told the Post. Specifically, Twitter executives reportedly found in an internal study the company lacked adequate controls to prevent underage users from both accessing and uploading pornography, according to August 30th story in The Verge, which cited an internal Twitter team's findings. Unlike the other major social media companies, Twitter allows porn on its site. The internal researchers reportedly said the site is unable to consistently detect banned content such as child porn, revenge porn, and non-consensual obscure photos once it's uploaded to the site. Which we've also known, by the way, that I forgot the actual company name. Patreon has also been very on the issues with their actual own child pornography as well, which is being a kind of an issue. Which seems to be like an issue, in that case. So a lot of these companies are coming out with this type of stuff, which we're not really surprised. I would really like to see what Facebook's problem is now that we have these far left companies really producing this type of material that's not doing so great for them because it's going to be caught out. This is the reason why these companies need to be exposed and immediately abolished, because they are not good for children in more ways than one. Twitter cannot accurately detect child happy time exploitation and non-consensual nudity at scale, the researchers wrote in April, according to The Verge. While regulators haven't publicly reacted to the report thus far, Twitter's failures could run afoul of its commitments under a consent decree in 2011, which requires that shall not represent the extent to which it protects the security and privacy of users from SEC officials. The alleged problems with the porn moderation could qualify as undisclosed user privacy and security problems, according to the officials. Well, it's not really a surprise. We've been talking about this as officials wouldn't be getting done with it at all. That it's finally actually happening. Spokesman for Twitter and Musk declined to comment. The FCC did not respond to a request for comment. In response to the first story, Twitter said that it has zero tolerance for child happy time exploitation. We aggressively fight online child happy time abuse and have invested significantly in technology and tools to enforce our policy. The company added, "Our dedicated teams, my God, were to stay in the head of bad faith actors and hope to ensure we're protecting minors from the harm both on and offline." We know that is a false, guys. We know they are absolutely lying about that. Why are they lying about that? Because we have seen to where Twitter has actively gone and banned the word groomer. So, let's see here. We go here. And we have that here, which it goes to say that Twitter says calling trans and non-binary people groomer is hate speech, and under that they will start banning stuff like this. So this is not really a surprise here. No, they don't really protect children because they're preventing people from calling out to the word groomer and all this other stuff. We also have a lot of reports of Twitter not actively not really trying to protect the children of it because they said it was fair. So no, this person here is actively saying that they are that they're lying. They're lying, 100%, without a fucking doubt. They're lying. So no, don't miss me with that bullshit because we know you guys are doing what you're doing. You are actively for this type of fuckery and sickness onto your website, and that's without a fucking doubt. No hesitation. An exclusive interview with the Post, former FCC Chairman William Kovacic, I think, called for the FCC, which he noted as a mission to protect consumers to immediately investigate the allegations. He said Twitter could be hit with a fine in the range of $5 billion if it is found to have violated the consent decree by failing to protect underage users. Well, they're kind of fucked then, aren't they? Because we all know that they don't, so they have no way to say that they're actually protecting users. Because there's also going to be a report case to where a person was asking them to remove their said pictures from the website, and they absolutely declined. So no, they are actively wanting this type of stuff onto the website because they like having maps onto their website. True story, because, this is backed up by actual information here. Kovac said at potential FCC investigation, Kovac was one of the 5 FCC commissioners who inked the 2011 consent decree, which followed a pair of major hacks that the FCC blamed on serious lapses in the company's data security, requiring Twitter not to mislead consumers about safety and privacy. It remains in effect until 2031. Another former FCC official who asked not to be named also told the Post that Twitter's alleged underage bad activities problem, which should immediately be probed by the agency, which is currently led by anti-big tech hardliner Lena Khan. Underage users' access to porn had been a priority of the FCC when it drafted the 2011 consent decree, but it appears the company has done enough to live up to its commitments, the ex-FCC said. If Twitter can't control which users view or upload porn, the ex-FCC official said that it's responsible to conclude that they would be in violation of the 2011 prohibition not to represent security and privacy of users, which is going to be a massive hit to actual OnlyFans people as well, because they can't just upload their stuff willy-nilly whenever they want. So, that being said, it's a huge problem for Twitter. It's going to be a huge problem for the OnlyFans people because their actual consumer base will be hit massively by this if they can't, when Twitter does get hit by it. So it's going to hurt both of things, which, again, we all knew OnlyFans was going to go down eventually. It was just a matter of time because there's a lot of issues there. And honestly, a lot of the women that actually get a lot of their resources, a lot of the material is through this Twitter type of deal, so I digress. Looks like I don't have to really go into actual that type of prostitution trade if they wanted to start making money, because it looks like their money may end up drying up potentially if this goes through. And I don't see how they're going to actually be able to link to their OnlyFans and stuff like that if, of course, there's just the going to the OnlyFans type of deal, but you get what I mean. Hubert said the FCC fines a company based partly on how long it has to comply with its consent decree. If the agency determines that Twitter has been out of compliance for more than 10 years, he said the fine could be in the $5 billion range, roughly equal to Twitter's entire 2021 revenue. Which just could, like I said, this will completely destroy Twitter. This will not go well for Twitter at all, because Twitter will, it will massively damage them. They're not really a profitable company as is, and they won't be hit lightly by this. They'll be hit pretty hard. It won't go well. Twitter found the alleged problems with the age verification while considered a plan this spring to boost revenue by launching an OnlyFans-style feature that would allow Twitter users to sell dirty photos and videos, The Verge reported, which would be another massive problem. I don't see how Twitter's going to get out of this, by the way, guys. This is. Twitter reported assigned a team of 84 employees to pressure test the idea. The team allegedly found that Twitter already lacks the ability to consistently stop underage users from viewing or propagating porn, and that the problem may worse by letting users charge for porn. Because you have the OnlyFans people. So, OnlyFans are actively fucking Twitter as well. Good job. After researchers presented their findings, the company reportedly shelved the project as it focused on the messy takeover battle with Musk. Now, a source close to the court battle said Musk's legal team is expected to try to seize on a potential probe and find as an effort to terminate his for forbidding a takeover. Which if that happens, then I think Twitter might be actually fucked here. So that's essentially what's going on here with all this stuff. We will go through here because some of this is kind of just fluff with this not too much of a big deal. Marsha Blackburn told Zacko that an internal Twitter team found they had too much child and unconsensual pornography that was on the site. An apparent reference to the Verge report, Zacko responded that was not aware of any such team, but unfortunately it does not surprise me. The whistleblower ordered that he didn't work on porn at Twitter, but knew that some of the site's advertisers had raised concerns about their ads appearing next to adult content. Zacko alleged repeatedly that Twitter has misled the FCC about its compromise in 2011 consent decree by violating user privacy outside the context of pornography. He called for the antitrust regulator to take a stronger stance against Twitter and other tech firms. I believe the FTC is in a little over their head compared to the size of the big tech companies, he said. They're left letting companies grade their own homework. Yeah, which, well, we all know that's a big issue. In response to Zacko's testimony, Twitter said on today's hearing only confirms that Zacko's allegations are riddled with inconsistencies. Twitter agreed in May to pay the FCC a $150 million fine for breaking the consent decree after regulators accused the company of collecting phone numbers and emails for security purposes and then accidentally share that data out of the advertiser. I would also like these people to immediately be, jailed as well, because this is a really big deal. We also got to say how Twitter's Happy Time problem ruined its plans for an OnlyFans competitor, and that seems to be a big deal. Internal documents and Twitter employees revealed the need for massive investment to remove illegal content, but executives haven't listened. So we have that there, and then we have Elon Musk as Twitter whistleblower allegations to amended countersuit, which Musk countersuit claims that Twitter breached its obligations under its $444 billion acquisition agreement by misrepresenting the total number of spam and fake accounts on its platform. Twitter has maintained that spam and maintained fake accounts make up less than 5% of its users. And we have that here as well. So, not going to go for Twitter. And we also have, obviously, this here. So, I don't see how Twitter's going to really escape this. They're being hit pretty hard. And we have plenty of information showing where they actively have been protecting it. And don't feel free to lawyers and everybody, which you probably most likely and definitely won't see this video, but I will say this. If you want to know the true reality of what Twitter is doing, go contact Libs of TikTok, Jack Posobiec, Christopher F. Rufos, and stuff like that, because these people are actively showing this type of stuff and what Twitter's been doing, especially Libs of TikTok. And you will see what Twitter is really doing to this type of stuff. It will be damning evidence. It will really help you. I will help you if you actually contact me, especially on Twitter or jmreports0@gmail.com. I will get all the information that you need to take these bastards down, because this is what needs to happen. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.